Hey everyone, Shepard here and welcome back to some more of the FIFA 20 Manchester United career mode. We are back and we're going to be finishing off this season here today. Last video, if you haven't seen it, we won the EFL Cup, our first piece of silverware in this career mode. And today we're starting things off with a big game against Chelsea in the FA Cup. Havertz is up to an 89 now. That's pretty cool. Anyone else been upgraded? I don't think so. Jimenez is struggling a bit fitness-wise. However, we do have some injury issues with two of the centre-backs in Maguire and Konate. We should get Upamecano back at the end of the season, which we'll keep this time. And then probably let Maguire go, I think. Apart from that, we're looking a little bit weak on the bench as well. But, of course, we have the Rashford injury as well at this point in time. We should be okay. We've got a very strong team nonetheless. Hopefully stronger than Chelsea's. We've done very well. Have we lost this year so far? I think we lost against Man City. I think that's the only game I can remember us losing. Chelsea won the last 3 games in a row. And they make that 4. They've knocked us out of the FA Cup. There's me talking about how we haven't lost. And we're going to lose straight away in this video. So that's the FA Cup gone. We're currently 6 points beneath... Oh, no. Oh, no, we've got a game in hand. I was going to say, yeah. Okay, we're 2 points behind. 2 points behind City, 8 behind Spurs. And we have a game in hand, which is this game here against West Brom. Fitness-wise, we're struggling. However, we do have the ability to change a few players around. So let's give a few players a rest. And let's get into the game against West Brom, which is very important now because we need to reclaim our second position in the league. We are still currently in the Champions League. Of course, we got a 1-0 win in the first leg away from home at the end of the last video against Dortmund. So in this video, we'll have the second leg. 3-0 victory here, then Alexandro with a goal and 2 for Kai Havertz as well. And that will reclaim us our second position in the league. Right. Oh, stop. I want to do some training. Because we now can change a few things up. Because Rafferty is now a 70, so we no longer need to train him at all. Who was somebody who was really good? Who did I bring up in the last video? I brought up Navarrete or something like that. Navarrete. Yeah, let's bring you up. We'll do some adept attacking scenarios. And then also Hughes. We no longer need to trade you. I can't even talk. We no longer need to train you anymore because you're already up to a 65. That's the sort of cut-off point we're doing. We've got a couple of players here. Look how low they are. I mean, this guy here is 50. Okay, well, I obviously brought him up for a reason. So let's get him trained up in some adept attacking scenarios. Let's get that underway. He should fire it very, very quickly because of how low he actually was. Anton goes up to a 64 eventually. There we go. Just about. So we know Anton does have a 90+ potential, so we need to possibly loan a few of our youngsters out next season just to help boost them up a bit. So next up then we have Crystal Palace. Pogba wants to play, which is good. Of course, he's been unfit for a couple of games, so let's bring him back in. Let's bring him back in place of Fernandes because I want to keep pushing Tonali as much as I possibly can. Maguire and Konate both look pretty close to making returns, so let's bring Konate onto the bench. And Rashford's back as well, so let's bring Rashford onto the bench. Anyone else? Any more for any more? No? Okay. I think that's fine for now, then we'll keep it at that. I'll probably garner for Tavares and switch in with Gomez. Might as well get our highest rated players on the bench for now. Right then, big game here against Crystal Palace. Rashford's still not 100% fit, so we'll leave Martial in the team for now. And it's a 4-1 victory. Goals from Havertz, Martial, Rodrigo, and from the bench, Rafferty. I think that's actually his first ever goal for the club, you know. I think it might be his first ever goal for the club. Well done. Good lad, right. So let's continue the training of these players while we're at it. Let's get them all up to that magical 65 mark. Navarrete goes up to a 59. So we'll know as soon as they hit 60, we'll know what their potential is going to be, which is great. So Dortmund's the game that's coming up, but first of all we do have some news to mess around with. Pogba's happy about being brought back into the team, which is fine. Influential performance, let's make him very happy. Maguire returns from injury, we're not on track with our youth developments. Konate returns from injury, it's fine. Well, let's push forward a couple of days. See what our fitness is like for this game against Dortmund. We are at home. Of course, we do have a 1-0 lead from the previous leg. I think we need to obviously probably push our strongest team back in for this one, though. So we'll bring in Rashford. We'll bring in Ousmane Dembele. And we'll bring in Fernandes in place of Tonali. Notice that Dembele was happy then until we took Tonali out of the team and put Fernandes in. Not quite sure why. Either way. A big game here that we want to get through to the next round of the Champions League. Of course, we've got a 1-0 lead on aggregates. And we get another 1-0 win here, which gives us a 2-0 win over Dortmund. Puts us through to the next round of the Champions League. And there is a slight injury there. I'm not quite sure who that was for. I think it was Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka out for 3 days. That's fine because it's been about 3 days since this game. So once again, we drop behind. However, Spurs are only 6 points, is that? Spurs are only 6 points ahead of us. So if we win this game, we'll go up to 79. We'll be 3 points behind Spurs and 1 point ahead of Manchester City. So this actually could be a very important game for us. Wan-Bissaka is back and fit. We're at the business end of the season now. I don't want to risk changing too many players. So let's get straight into the game. It's a 3-0 win. 1 for Wan-Bissaka and 2 for Fernandes, both in the penalty spot. Excellent. Let's keep pushing the training on then. So Branco getting close to that 52 mark. Konate wants to play more often, which we will do, as long as we get a decent game coming. If we get Spurs, if we still got to play Spurs, that'd be amazing. Man United youth player wants out. Who's that? Diego Jurado. Okay. 9.5 million for the Champions League. Lovely. So Diego Jurado wants to come up. Let's do the training first, actually, while I remember. Because I'll only forget. Don't want to miss one. There's Navarrete and Branco both got up a point. Yuri Gagarin. Nope, he's the guy who went to space, isn't he? I forgot his name now. I'm sure I'll find it. Let's have a look. Whereabouts are we in the month, actually? Can I leave it until... Let's leave it until the first month so I can see but more accurately how good he is. If I can get him to the first of the month, let's play with him. He wants out, that's fine. I want him to stay until... Give me one more day. One more day. After this Watford game. In which Konate is going to play. And Martial is going to play. And Rodrigo is going to play. Give me one more day and I'll see how good he actually is. When we get the monthly academy report. Right, sim the game. They've lost their last... Oh no, sorry, they've got a draw in the middle. They lost 2 of their last 3. 5-1 win. 4 for Havertz and 1 for Fernandes. Wow. That's huge. That's massive, that win. Okay, and that puts us equal top. But Spurs have a game in hand. Right. Let's see actually how good you are, my friend. Well, you're getting released anyway. Marco Santoro. Need to know more about you. You're not going to be good enough. It's you, isn't it? 80 to 90. You're not good enough, mate, to be honest. Let's get rid of you. 77 to 94 will keep. 79 to 87, you're gone. 77 to 94, yeah, we'll keep. 73 to 93, 77 to 94, 92 to 94 now. 65 to 85. 81 to 94, 77 to 94, 81 to 94, 79 to 94. So we've got some good players here then, haven't we? Obviously, I want the 90s, really. That's what I'm looking for, but we'll see how the rest of them develop. Right, so West Ham are coming up. Yeah, I've done that already, mate. I've looked at this. Right, scout reports, and Maguire is happy to come back in. You're back. I'm looking to get you back into the squad gradually. Okay. He was happy with that, apparently. That's fine if he's happy not being put straight back in. Right, so you're a no. You're a no. We'll keep scouting you. You're a no. You're a no. And you're a no. Okay. Pretty poor from Holland once again. See how good France is. It had a pretty good first month, France. There's another good one, 72 to 94. We'll get rid of you. You're not good enough. 75 to 94, you are good enough. And you could be left back as well, which would be very, very useful. I'd like to get a good left back in the squad. And then into England, you're not good enough. We'll keep scouting you. You're not good enough. You're not good enough. And you're not good enough. It's been a pretty poor month this month from the academies, isn't it? Or from the scouts, shall I say. Not many new players added into the academy. So still, Spurs and Man City haven't played their game in hand, which is an odd one. Not quite sure why that is. So let's bring Sancho back in. Gomez up to a 74 now, which is pretty interesting. Tonali can come back in. And Rashford's up to an 88 as well. Okay. It's a race now then, isn't it? Between Sancho, Rashford, Havertz, Fernandes, maybe Dembele as well. About who can get up to a 90 first. It seems that way. But I've noticed the majority of our goals seem to be coming from Kai Havertz. He's just an absolute goal machine, isn't he? Right. 2 losses and a draw from West Ham's previous 3 games. And a 5-0 win for us as well. 2 for Sancho, 1 for Havertz, 1 for Fernandes, and 1 for Alexandro. And Fernandes also missed another penalty. He's missing a lot of penalties this season, isn't he, Hernandez? It's a bit of a worry. Okay. Let's get the training underway again. Anton hit 65. Excellent. So he'll be removed from the training as of next week. We'll bring in somebody else to level up. We've got Manchester City in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Wow. I'd already sacked him. I'd already got rid of him. I was a bit worried then. I saw the word terminate contract and I started to panic. No, we already got rid of him anyway, so it's not a problem. Unavailable player. Delete is suspended for this one. So Jimenez comes in and then Maguire takes his place on the bench. Zaha's getting close to a return. Pogba comes back in as well. We need our strongest side out for this one because it is going to be a very, very tricky game. Manchester City in the quarter-finals of the Champions League. First leg at home. Can we pick up a win? No, it's a 1-0 loss. Raheem Sterling with the goal, and Kanate now picks up an injury as well. Okay. Sevilla want Dean Henderson. You know, I'm going to accept that. Screw it. He's just been moaning at me. He's not good enough football. So, Henderson, you going. I do have a young goalkeeper in the academy anyway. So we'll let you go. Another athletic club wants Dean Henderson as well. I'll accept them both. Why not? So, Bournemouth, we've got an unavailable player, which of course is Konate, who looks like it might actually be a bad injury because he's completely out. Let's bring in Maguire in place of Jimenez. Tonali in place of Pogba. Martial in place of Rashford. Rodrigo comes in as well. And then let's bring in Rafferty in place of Sandro. Just because we've got that other Man City game coming up pretty soon, so We want to be able to beat Bournemouth. We want to be able to beat them with a few of our players being rested. And we want Spurs to lose as well, don't we, really? But they're looking very strong at the moment. It's a 2-0 win. Goals from Sancho and Havertz gets the win. The Quinn. And now the second half of the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Let's get our training back underway. But of course we don't need to train Anton anymore. Because we know he is already pretty good. Well, he's already up to an 85, isn't he? That's the our normal cutoff, isn't it? So you're actually pretty good, aren't you? What do we want to train you in? Let's do a bit of defensive work. Let's get your defensive stats up a little bit, and then Anton again. Any centre backs? No centre backs. There's full backs, 2 right backs. Okay, let's do you so we can see what your potential's actually going to be. There we go. Right, so everyone's being trained nicely. We want to get those players up to a 60 so we can see what their potential's actually going to be. Right, Manchester City away from home. They got a 1-0 win in the first leg. We need to better that here. Wow, Jimenez is not fit. Why is Jimenez not fit? Why is... I let all these players have a game off. Why are they all tired? It makes no sense. Oh, the player to have a wait. There we go. You notice that Alexandro's not gone up a single stat point since he joined us. He's obviously hit his peak, hasn't he? Right, let's get the morale up of the team as well. It's an important game, this one. Losing 1-0 with an away goal from the first leg. We need to win here. As long as there's a chance, we'll go for it. Okay. Should your opponent's morale be dwindling? We should rely on hard work and training. Stability of the team's performance. Okay, the players are happy now. I'm a bit. The press conferences still don't work that well for me. That's why I don't do them that often. They just seem a little bit out there. They don't seem to make a lot of sense half the time. So Man City have won their last 3 games in a row, including beating us. It's a 1-1 draw. That's us out of the Champions League. Fernandes missed another penalty. Wow. If Fernandes had scored that penalty, we would have gone through. Well, at least now that we can concentrate on the league. We're out of the FA Cup. We're out of the Champions League. And we've also won the EFL Cup. Now we concentrate solely on the league. Big game here against Arsenal coming up. Very big game against Arsenal, actually. Just looking at the league now. Okay, we have an issue. Who's unavailable? Oh my god, it's De Gea. De Gea is unavailable. Okay. Well, Henderson comes in. It's your big chance, Hendo, to show what you can do. Wilfried Zaha's coming back from injury, which is nice. That's a good player back available. He's been out for a very big chunk of the season. And now it's a big chance for him to turn up with the final 5 games of the season remaining to try and help us walk away here with potentially, well, it's a 1-1 draw. It's a 1-1 draw. That's not good enough for us, I'm afraid. Is Man City going to get ahead of us? I think they might do, you know. And I think Spurs are going to pull further away as well. Navarrete gets up to a 61. That's disappointing, that is. I need to play Spurs, really. But then again, they're already 4 points ahead of us and they have a game in hand. So I need a big game, really. Alright, let's do the training again. Oh, something stuck in my throat. There goes Henderson. He's been sold. Of course, we keep him anyway, but What's this then? Oh, we lost one of our scouted players. Okay. We're not on track for our youth thingy-majig, but we're only 72 manager rating now, which is crazy. We've done really well, I thought, but... That's disappointing. The season's not gone... Oh, hello. Oh, no, it's fine now. Oh, hello, we're not actually far away. We're only 3 points beneath Spurs and 1 behind City with 4 games remaining. So there could be a twist in the tail here. Youth squad monthly report, 73 to 93, 80. Oh, perfect. 84 to 94 left back. Well, you're coming straight in then, because you're going to be the natural progressor to Sandra, I think. I don't know if I like... I don't think you're good enough. I think there's going to be a lot more players around. You're still not 16 yet, though, are you? You are, though. Alessandro Ferrari, 87 to 94. Let's get you up. Okay, so Alessandro Ferrari's up. And you. Alberto Mariani, 85 to 94, 67 rated. Okay, you're going to be replacing Henderson next season then. There we go. 2 more young players up in the squad. Who's not available now then? I'm sure it said someone... Oh, Pogba's suspended. Okay. So Pogba comes out. In comes Tonali, obviously, and then Tonali will just bring Tavares onto the bench. So yeah, we got Mariani, who's 67 rated, Ferrari, who's 62, and Renaud. Renaud has got a really high potential, and I think he's the only left back available at the moment, so he will be hopefully taking Alexandro's place long term. He'll be one we'll have to push in the training, I think. Right, so the league is open now, you know. We're 3 points away from the top. If we can play Spurs in the next few games, that'd be interesting. Of course, we're struggling a bit with Henderson in goal, though, still. 3-0 win, though. Goals from Rashford, Havertz, and Wan-Bissaka. Where does that leave us? Oh, equal points. Oh, my word. This is close now. Equal with Spurs, 1 point beneath Manchester City with 3 games remaining. The league is all up for grabs, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do a little bit of training. Let's boost our young players up for the future. Maguire, I really don't care, my friend. I really don't care, because this is very, very important at the end of the season. We've got 3 games. We could potentially win the league. You're saying no to you. Oh, you've already been taken elsewhere anyway. You're a no. You're a scout further. You're a no. You're a no. And you're a no. Can I scout you further? We done... Oh, okay. This is the last one. Okay. We'll take you then. And then you... Jay Green is a no. You're a no. We'll take you. We'll say no to you. We'll take you. And... Oh, England's finished now as well then. I will reject you, I think. And then finally we've got France. Yep, you're a no. You're a no. Oh, yes, please. Oh my god, you could be up to 79. Ludovic Lacroix. Okay, remember that name, Lacroix. 59 to 79. Okay, let's go and check that one straight away, and we'll take you as well. I think we just found an amazing goalkeeper there, but how good is he now? I mean, if he's really good now, we might just bring him straight up. He could be up to a 79. He could be the same level as Henderson, but he's not going to be, is he? Was he 59 to 79? What is he? 64. They always are. They're never high. Okay, we'll bring you up anyway. Straight away, my friend. We're going to bring you up. Okay, we'll leave the rest to sit and ponder for a bit. Right then, so who do we have left this season? If we have Man City, we've got Wolves. Wolves. There's a £39 million bid for Maguire. I was going to sell him in the summer anyway, so you know what? We'll accept £39 million for Maguire. Because we should be getting Upamecano back soon anyway. Right, Wolverhampton Wanderers incoming. Oh my god, we have Spurs. After this game, we have Spurs. Okay, we need to win this one then. We need to win this. Sancho's hit the 90. He was the first man. Jimenez and Delete up to 88. Wow. Okay. This is massive now. If Man City can falter and we can beat Spurs, then we can win the league here. It's going to be a tight one, but we could do it. Wolverhampton Wanderers. Whew. 1-0 win against Wolves. And Spurs are incoming. But you remember, do you remember, right? I created a rule last season. And that rule was that I'm allowed to play 1 match per season. I've not played one yet. I've been waiting for the right moment. And I'm starting to think this match against Spurs could be the game that I should play. 2 games remaining this season if we've got Man City in the last one as well. Got Leicester's the last game of the season. I think this is the game we play. Because this can confirm us second position. And then it's all down to just Man City losing if we can get that. Okay, I'm going to play this game. What I'll do is I'll play it and then I'll bring you back and see the highlights at the very end as normal. Obviously, I'm going to go in with our strongest team. Which is going to be that one, I think, yeah. Yeah, it looks like the strongest team to me. Oh, actually, is De Gea available now? De Gea, where the hell are you? No, he's still injured. Okay. Okay, that's fine. It is what it is. So we're going to go Henderson in goal, Alexandro, Jimenez, Delete, Wan-Bissaka, Fernandes, Pogba, Havertz, Dembele, Rashford, and Sancho. So without further ado, let's get this game underway. Right, here we go then. We did get a good victory here against Spurs, and let's go through the highlights one by one. First of all, there was a save from Lloris, which I really thought I'd done well in here, to be honest with you, but I just got the ball caught between my feet there a little bit, and the shot was a bit slow, and it just allowed Lloris a chance to set himself. Quite a central shot, really, as well, wasn't it? Then we got a goal from Bruno Fernandes in the 30th minute. Second bite of the cherry there. There really wasn't it. He took the shot, keeper saved. Straight into his path. He took a touch, then volleyed it into the back of the net. Then they had an attack. Dean Henderson making a good save on the 43rd minute. As my defence was awful, Dean Henderson palms it just out for a corner. Of which nothing led from that corner at all. Next up, Marcus Rashford made it 2-0. Good bit of interplay there. Shot from Havertz saved, and Rashford was there to tap it into the open net. A good bit of interplay. It was Rashford played that great ball through. Havertz's shot, and then Rashford probably should have hit it a bit harder. And I think he scuffed it, to be honest, but he was lucky because nobody could get close to it. Then in the 74th minute, Rashford struck again. Wilfried Zaha straight off the bench playing this little ball. Rashford one touch, turns, and then slams it into the back of the net. Good bit of play actually. This is Zaha on the ball now. Plays it to Rashford, just scoops it around, and then slams it into the back of the net, pinging off the post on the way. And then finally, Marcus Rashford got another one. Good bit of play over the top. Rashford then plays it right into the top corner. So it's a great over the top through ball, should I say. Bruno Fernandes' ball across the middle. And Rashford, first touch, plays it right in the corner of the net. Spurs did get a consolation goal. Again, just my poor defending more than anything, to be honest with you. But it was a good goal by Harry Kane nonetheless. But that was it. A 4-1 victory for us over Tottenham Hotspur. That should confirm our position in second place at least. Manchester City, as far as I'm aware, were winning 2-0 last time I saw anything from that game. Away at Newcastle United. So I'm pretty sure they're probably, 4-0 win. So we need Man City to lose their last game of the season. Or can they draw? Possibly they could draw. And let's have a look at the league. So, yeah, we're 1 point beneath. So if Man City were to draw this final game of the season, we would win the league. Now, what is their final game of the season? That's the question. Let's have a look. Can I have a look at schedule? Does that work? Calendar. How do I look? I'm sure there is a way. I've seen it before. Oh, there it is. They get Wolverhampton Wanderers away. Wolves are 7th in the league. Yeah. It could have been a lot worse, but it could have been a lot better for us as well. We're going to stick with the same team, our strongest side going into this game against Leicester. Let's see how we get on. Come on. 2-0 win. We've done everything we can then. Pogba and Rashford with the goals. We've done everything we can now. We just need to hope the Man City drop points against Wolves. And they did, and they won. We finished 2nd in the league. It's not terrible. We would have liked to have finished higher up, don't get me wrong. But 2nd is respectable. It's getting us closer and closer to the top of the table. I have been reading actually recently on Reddit that the game is still very broken. The fact that 2 teams finished above 100 points. I mean, what's the maximum you can get? It's, was it 30 times... So 120 is the max amount of points you can get. So we only dropped 19 points all season. They only dropped 18. That's incredible, really, when you look at it that way. It's really, really insane. Okay. So we're done now then. I do realise I haven't sent the youth scouts away. We're going to do that at the beginning of next episode, I think. Marco Greco wants to cancel his contract. Let's go and have a look at him then. Maguire's been sold for the summer now as well. Let's go and have a look at Greco, see how good he actually is. Is he going to be good enough to keep? Marco Greco. Where art thou? I mean, you're 77 to 91. You're not good enough, I'm afraid. Goodbye. There you go. You pushed and pushed and pushed. I just released you. You're not good enough. There's better strikers already in our squad and in the academy. Oh, God, that was wrong. Great work. Oh, we completed one of our missions, which was to earn a lot of prize money. That's good. Maybe they'll forget about the ones we didn't complete this season then. Let's keep pushing these guys in the old training. So we'll try and get everyone up to 65 ideally. And then I think I'm going to put a lot of them on the loan list next season. Probably keep a few of the higher rated ones for us to use. And then some of the other ones can go out on the loans. We're not on track with the Youth Academy one, which we know. I mean, bringing the players up and that is not a problem. It's when they want me to play so many players in 20 games. 20 games in one season is a lot. It's a huge amount of games. It's just not doable, is it? Hopefully we'll keep our job, though, still. Youth Squad Monthly Report. 74 to 94 we'll keep. 74 to 94, yep. 77 to 91... You're not good enough, mate, I'm afraid. 71 to 93 we'll keep. 72 to 90... you're gone as well, my friend. 74 to 94. 78 to 92. 80 to 94. 77 to 91. We've got a few good goalkeepers anyway. Why are you not 16 yet? Come on, Guedes. 88 to 94 as well. Wow. We've got some really good goalkeepers coming through now. We got Manager of the Month for the last month of this season. But of course it didn't matter because we didn't win the league. Let's continue pushing these guys up training-wise. Oh, Gillespie's up now. Gillespie's a 65. I've got to stop training him next time then. We'll pick somebody else to be given the opportunity. I think that is now this time. There we go. So Gillespie, you're now already a 65. So that's all the strikers done. Ferrari, let's get you up to a 65. Because we know you're good. We probably want to do the goalkeeper as well, actually, don't we? Oh, we can do that next time around, next season, I think. The next person will have to be one of the goalkeepers. So we're just going to get now to the end of, I think it's this month when it resets, just to make sure we keep our job going into next season. Let's get this done again. I love this part of the season because you can really just blitz out loads of training and get these players improved massively. Massively. But I think that's going to be, there's one more, I think, maybe on the 28th. Yep. It's going to let us do it. There we go. Boom. Boom, there we go. Navarrete gets up to a 64. Excellent. Alright then, let's get to the end of the season, see what the board say. We're going to keep our job, or are they going to have a go at us? Come on, let us keep our job. Man United met to review performances club. While we don't achieve all of our objectives, we believe that overall is a satisfactory performance. We hope to do even better next year. And you are still the right person for the job. Excellent. Right. I'm going to push forward to next season. I will see you in a couple of days' time for some more of this. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Of course, if you have, then please do hit a like. And of course, subscribe if you want to see some more. I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.